If you haven't yet put together why the story of Gary Plauche goes viral every Father's Day, it's because his actions resonate with the American public to this day. Even though Plauche obviously committed a crime, and it was caught on camera, the public seems to overwhelmingly support his actions to this day. Which is why many on the internet share his story around Father's Day. The Baton Rouge man committed a crime in 1984 that resonates with the public today. It's one of the few crimes that took place on video, but the public seems to side with the suspect and not the victim. The Plauche story has been covered by multiple documentaries, TV shows, and is even the subject of the 2019 book, Why Gary Why, The Jody Plauche Story. The 2019 book was written by Gary's son Jody, who was also central to this story. The main point of the story is that local karate instructor, and friend of the Plauche family, Jeffery Doucet, had abducted Jody Plauche in February of 1984. Doucet had been Jody's karate instructor, and had been around the family closely for over a year. During that time, Doucet had begun sexually molesting Jody. When Doucet abducted Jody, he took him from Baton Rouge to California, where Doucet continued to abuse Jody. The only reason Doucet was captured was that he allowed Jody to make a collect call from their motel room to Jody's mother. Once police traced the call, they arrested Doucet and returned Jody to Louisiana. During this time, Gary Plauche learned the extent of Doucet's abuse of his son. Filled with grief and anger, Plauche hatched a plan to seek vengeance on Doucet. Plauche had become aware when Doucet was going to be returned to Baton Rouge. He decided that was the moment he was going to do something. Plauche went to the airport, armed with a gun, and waited for police to bring Doucet in. As soon as Doucet walked past Plauche, he raised his gun and fired one shot into Doucet's head. Immediately, Plauche surrendered to police, who recognized the father from the investigation. They started calling out to him asking, "Why?" which is where the book gets its title. After he was arrested, Plauche was charged with second-degree murder, but that charge was eventually dropped in favor of a manslaughter charge. Plauche pled no contest to that charge, and was given a 7-year suspended sentence, 5 years of probation, and 300 hours of community service. Gary Plauche died in 2014, 3 weeks before his 69th birthday. Prior to his death, he did an interview where he was asked if he regretted killing Doucet. Plauche said he didn't regret it, and would do it again.